Hello everybody. Today's video lecture is on critical reasoning. In the previous semesters, you would have learned the tips and techniques for solving critical reasoning questions. As you are all aware, there are many types of critical reasoning questions like strengthening an argument, weakening an argument, and so forth. The question that we are going to deal with today falls under the category of strengthening the argument. Okay, here is the question that we are going to deal with. The Maxilex car company's design for its new luxury model, the Max 100, included a special design for the tires that was intended to complement the model's image. The winning bid for supplying these tires was submitted by Rabco. Analysts concluded that the bid would only just cover Rabco's costs on the tires. But Rabco executives claim that winning the bid will actually make a profit for the company. Okay, that's the argument of the author. So the conclusion is Rabco's executives claim that winning the bid will actually make a profit for the company. So the question continues, which of the following, if true, most strongly justifies the claim made by the executives? Which means we are expected to strengthen the argument that winning the bid will actually make a profit for the company. Let's see option A. In any Maxilex model, the spare tire is exactly the same make and model as the tires that are mounted on the wheels. We are talking about the profit of Rabco. In option A, the spare tire is exactly the same make and model as the tires that are mounted on the wheels. So it doesn't make sense in any way how having a spare tire is going to give some profit to the company. So it doesn't make sense at all in any way, or it's not strengthening the argument in any way. So when we approach the other options, we must think about how the claim of the executives that the company will make profit out of this. So A doesn't make sense at all in this way, and in other words, it's totally out of context. Let's go to option B. Rabco holds exclusive contracts to supply Maxilex with the tires for a number of other models made by Maxilex. Okay, read it carefully. It is not that by winning the bid, Rabco is going to have many more new contracts from Maxilex. No, that's not the point that is made here. This statement clearly says that Rabco has already several exclusive contracts to supply Maxilex with tires for other models too. So that does not change the situation, or that does not guarantee profit to the company in any way. So that does not seem to be the correct option. Option C. The production facilities for the Max 100 and those for the tires to be supplied by Rabco are located very near to each other. If we consider option C, we are talking about the location that's very close to the facilities. It will only help in logistics and operations. But when we read the question, it clearly says that the bid would only just cover Rabco's costs on the tires. And here we are talking about the profit. So things may help in logistics and operations, but how the profit of the company will increase? So that cannot be a very sound idea to understand that this will increase the profit. So we need to go beyond this. Am I right? So let's go to option D. When people who have purchased a carefully designed luxury automobile need to replace a own part of it, they almost invariably replace it with a part of exactly the same make and type. So does that ring a bell in your mind? That, okay, so far so good, the deal between Maxilux and Repco just cover the cost and everything. But here is where the company Repco has an option or an opportunity to make some profit. Am I right? So, when people purchase a carefully designed luxury automobile, and when they come to a situation where they have to replace a own part of it, then they will not go for some local product or an inexpensive product, but automatically people who are rich enough to buy this kind of cars will go for the same make and type, right? So in whatever critical reasoning questions, strengthening statement will give a slight push to the claim. So here is where we have a slight push to the claim. So when people start buying a spare tire, they're not going to get a cheap one, but they will buy the same make and type. So this kind of sales, the sales of wheels may increase due to replacement. So this option seems more relevant to strengthening than the other options. But let's not forget that we have one more option, E. When Maxilux awarded the tire contract to Repco, the only criterion on which Repco's bid was clearly ahead of its competitors' bids was price. Yes, it has nothing to do with the actual profit of the company or whatever. It just states a fact as it is. So we are not bothered about it. So when we analyze all these 5 options, we can clearly say option D makes more sense than the other in supporting the claim that Repco will make more profit because of this bid.